there's only one available. Kind of have to see which one of us can buy it. It's like...
Hi, welcome to Awarsing. Welcome back to do some more Q&A. And today we have some two guests today.
Hi!
So wonderful to have you both on this channel. And I've watched quite a few of your videos. And yeah, just love to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're excited.
All right, well, we'll get into some of the questions. So starting off, do you want to just quickly introduce yourself and how you started your YouTube channel?
Yeah, hi, I'm Kyoko.
And I'm Saphira. And yeah, we're mostly anime figure collectors from Germany. We also do some cosplay, DIY stuff and things like that, but mostly evolving around anime, manga, games and stuff. And yeah, we started our YouTube channel, I think 8 years ago, like in 2015. And the first ever video we did was actually an unboxing of a figure. It was my first figure and I prepared.
Oh.
And it was this figure. It's a Levi from Attack on Titan.
Yes.
And that's how everything started. Back then we did videos in German. But yeah, later we decided to switch to English because we wanted to practice speaking English because we don't have the chance very often. So yeah, that's what we have done ever since.
Yes.
Wow, 8 years. That's quite a long time to be doing YouTube. And it's pretty awesome that you still have your first figure that you unboxed on the channel. The first figure I unboxed, I feel it's a Star Wars figure. Sorry, let's go back a bit. I did a Final Fantasy 9. So it's one of the figures I bought from Amazon.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. What's anime culture like in Germany? Is it popular? Or is it well known?
So actually anime has a pretty long tradition in Germany, which started in the 70s. Because back then there were some German and Japanese collaborations. Because German production companies, they outsourced their shows because it was cheaper in Japan. So there were shows like Maya the Bee or Heidi. And still to this day, a lot of people don't really know that those shows are anime, even though they're very, very well known here. But I would say the real breakthrough came in the late 90s with shows like Sailor Moon, so pretty similar to the US and other places as well. Germany is also kind of culturally connected to Japan because Düsseldorf, the German city here, is the partner city of Tokyo. And in Düsseldorf is also the Dokumi, which is the biggest anime convention here in Germany. And I think the evolution of the Dokumi shows the evolution popularity of anime and manga really well, because last year there were 75,000 attendants and this year there were over 150,000 attendants, so double the amount. So you can see the popularity is growing more and more. And for comparison, the Gamescom is also in Germany, which is the biggest gaming convention in the world, or supposed to be, and it has 240,000 attendants, so as a little comparison. So yeah, it's very popular and it's become even more popular throughout the pandemic years.
And I think, especially with people of my generation, anime is very popular because it was kind of like a ritual when you came home after school to watch anime for a couple of, I don't know, episodes and stuff. So yeah, it's very into our DNA, at least, you know, in some circles. How is it in Australia?
In Australia, we have a very small population, but it is quite popular, especially among the young people. But it generally is then more common to be able to go to like your shopping centres, and you quite easily find anime figures, anime DVDs and Blu-rays. You watch it in the theatres now. So it is getting more popular now than when I started. In terms of conventions, we have a few, but definitely a lot smaller compared to the rest of the world. One of the biggest anime convention is called Smash. I just went there last month. We had, I think, about 10,000 people. So that's the biggest one for anime. But convention video as well, where you just sort of went there. I think it was a more fantasy theme, was it? The convention you went to?
No, it's an anime and manga.
Okay.
almost only a little bit of gaming conventions called Animagic. And yeah, it has a long tradition in Germany as well. I don't know.
It started in the 90s as well.
Yeah, and it's, in my opinion, I mean, in your opinion, I know it as well, but it's the best convention we have in Germany because they always have very, very cool special guests from Japan. For example, this year they had Yoko from Nier Automata and lots of other, I don't know, musical guests. For example, Yuki Kaijura, which is, I don't know, a legend. Maybe people don't know her, but if you hear her songs, you will know her. So they have a lot of panels. Yeah, a lot of things going on, which are very, very cool.
And what other animes did you watch while you were growing up?
Obviously, Sailor Moon Pokemon was very hype back in the day. It recently had like a resurgence or kind of with Pokemon cards and stuff. What else did we watch? Inuyasha. I mean, Digimon was not my cup of tea, but it was very popular. I mean, Dragon Ball and stuff. I don't know. Vision of Escaflowne, I liked very, very much back then. And yeah, I don't know. Lots of things. Ranma was big here.
Yeah. And other magical girl stuff like Wedding Peach and Kamikaze Kaiju-chan. I don't know the Japanese, the English name.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Because I think a lot of those were also running on Australian TV as well in the morning. Definitely Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura. So it seems we're a global witch with the anime.
And even way back, I mean, there were, as Kyoko mentioned before, I mean, Heidi, Maya the Bee, and I don't know what's
Future,
Captain Future. It's not what we watched, but it's
what our parents watched.
Yeah, Kimba. What's, I don't know, the white lion thingy and stuff like that. And what was very, very big in Germany, The Last Unicorn. It's I don't know.
But it's not Japanese, I think.
It's not. No, it's an American thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. I love old animation, so it's still pretty cool. This is a side question with the anime. So, are those anime dubbed? Like, do they speak in German or the Japanese with subtitles? How do you watch those animes?
Both ways, actually. Yes. We have very, very nice dubs in Germany, I have to say. I mean, you always have the people that hate it, and you always have the people that love it. I think we most of the time love it because they're very, very good, actually. And sometimes it's just nice to listen without having to translate in your mind, or reading subtitles. So yeah.
So in general, the quality of the dubs is very high here.
How's it in Australia? Probably English, right? English dubs.
Yeah, that's right. So I think pretty much all of them were probably from America. Some maybe from the UK, dubbed in English.
Yeah.
But personally, I love both. Sometimes I said, I just want to maybe multitask. I watch in the background and then I have it speaking. Other times I do want to watch in Japanese. I don't mind both.
Yeah,
it's the same for us as well.
It's sometimes new anime come out. You obviously have to watch them in Japanese because translating them takes some time. If we started watching in Japanese, we won't switch to German. So yeah. That feels weird. If you know the voices and then to switch to another, that feels weird. But yeah, some we only watch in German. Haikyuu, for example, we only watch in German because the dub is so awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
that's right. I think I'm pretty much the same. Once I start one in one language, I'll stick to that language all the way through. All right. Just going on to another question. So with your channel, you have both of you, Kyoko and Saphira, doing the channel, and obviously you probably both have different tastes in animes and figures. So what are some of the things that are easier, and what are some of the things that are harder to find when collecting with two people?
Yeah, actually, we both have very, very similar tastes. So it's not hard, and we have two separate collections, so we're not collecting as one, but each one of us has her own collection. But nonetheless, there are a few things that are easy when you collect with two people. First thing, obviously, you always keeping up to date with new announcements is much easier because you have two people looking out for new stuff and figures and so. So when she sees a figure, she thinks it's cool and she will always send it to me and the other way around.
Yeah.
So we're keeping up to date that way easier. And also it's much more fun to have a person which you can talk about the stuff you love and so on. And also there are some financial benefits. So importing figures from Japan, for example, we can share shipping costs, which is nice because, as we all know, shipping costs has increased a lot. So it's nice to share that. And a couple of other things, for example, having a second set of eyes when you look at, I don't know, figures at conventions or at sellers or something like that. Sometimes when you're in love with a figure, you have like this rose-colored glasses. I don't know, is it the same in English? And you're in love and maybe you blend out everything that's a little fishy about it, and having another person will protect you from making a mistake or something like that. If you know what I mean. It's like, it's good to have another person to make decisions with. What's harder with collecting with two people?
I think one thing that can be a bit tricky is because we have such similar tastes. Sometimes we're looking for the same figure, and if there's a good deal of that figure but there's only one available, kind of have to see which one of us can buy it.
It's
so,
like
and also we kind of influence each other sometimes to spend more money. That sometimes can be a good thing if you're undecided about a figure and then you buy it and you love it, but also sometimes you spend money that you probably wouldn't have spent if you were on your own.
Yeah, since we know each other so well, I mean, we're siblings, so we really do know each other very well. And if I see her being undecisive about a figure, most of the time I know if she really wants it or not, so I can push her or maybe ask questions like, is this figure really worth, I don't know, $100, $150? And then she will, make her decision. Yeah.
I definitely see the massive benefit of being able to talk to another person that has the same passion and eye for details.
Yeah.
Imagine that make life so much better.
It's much more fun.
Yeah, and especially because most people in the community only know each other online, so it's really nice to have a person really in person that you can talk to.
That's right, yeah, it makes a big difference. All right, so at the start, you mentioned about your channel. You also do cosplay as well, which I guess will be a pretty big aspect for yourselves and for your channel. And is there a connection that you see between cosplay and figure collecting?
Okay, so I would say the most obvious thing is that they're both centered around anime and manga, obviously, so that's pretty obvious. But for us at least, when we cosplay a character, we always want to buy all their figures because we spend a lot of time and effort into creating the outfits and all the details, so you really want that figure then. And also figures can be a good reference for doing cosplays because you have an actual 3D model, so you can see all the details and stuff. So it's sometimes really helpful to have a figure of a character that you're going to cosplay. Also, a lot of people cosplay outfits from anime figures. We actually haven't done it yet, but I think it's always really cool when people do it. For example, some people cosplay the horror bishoyos, and it always looks amazing. I really like that. And they're both very expensive hobbies.
So that's another connection, yeah. Have you ever done cosplay?
No, it's definitely something I always wanted to try, but I just don't think I have the skills and the patience to be able to put something together. Whereas with figure collecting, you just put lots of money in and you buy it. But cosplay, I know, it takes a lot of time, energy, and skill to put there. So, we're in awe of you two to be able to produce those cosplays. But myself, I haven't tried it, no.
It's fun. You should
Is it?
try
Yeah.
it. You can buy cosplays as well. So
Is it? Okay. Maybe. Because I wanted to do one of the Naruto characters. So Rock Lee, he's sort of like the bowl haircut and green outfit, and the end of the belt. So I don't, probably work out as well did the body, but at the very least I can did the haircut, and the costume's pretty simple. So that'll be probably my first go-to. Otherwise, I probably want to do with a group of friends. To have a friend. Have a bit more confident as well.
Yeah, it's always more fun as well when you have
more fun.
another person with you.
I remember the first convention we went to. It's the Manga Comic Con in Leipzig here, and the first time we felt like outsiders because we weren't in cosplay, because so many people everywhere you looked cosplay, and that was like what really started the what was the starting point for us doing cosplay. So yeah. Maybe just try it. You will like.
That's it. Maybe I'll make a video about it. It'll give me more motivation.
Yeah, that would be cool to watch.
All right. Well, thank you so much for both you, Kyoko and Saphira. It's been very awesome just to hear all the different aspects of the video collecting, the cosplay, as well as anime in Germany. I didn't realize that history of that connection with Japan. Yeah, so thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having us again. Yeah, it was a blast.
It was. It's really good. Maybe we can do a few more down the track, but it's definitely been wonderful to have that chat. And thank you so much for answering those questions and for your time. And we'll see everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye-bye.